Well, first, the position head of layout. If we were a live-action film, my job would be called the cinematographer or the director of photography. And the layout department in an animated film functions, at least half of us function very similar to a live-action crew. That first half of the department is called rough layout, and those are the camera operators. And we're responsible for the rough blocking of the camera and the characters and the basic filmmaking with the director and the editor. We partner together and choose how we're going to tell our story shot by shot, scene by scene. In Toothless, people pour their own love or their own pet into him because there's times where he is absolutely a puppy dog, other times he's clearly a cat, other times he's something in between those two. And I think because he's such an innocent character, you know, as a dragon, he has a certain amount of intelligence that's beyond a regular pet, but that he has this supreme naivete or innocence about him. He just makes him such a very beloved character. And the animators just bring him to life, and he's just capable of doing so much amazing acting that, I mean, every time people see him on screen, they just light up about it. So we, in response to that, we're always looking for good moments to bring the toothless factor into a scene. It was another one that's very tough because we were trying to recapture everyone's imagination about dragon riding, and once again, right off at the get-go. So we wanted to create cool shots, but at the same time, we're reintroducing our characters. We're letting them, the audience, see how they've aged in 5 years. They have face paint, racing paint on, and then on top of that, we're also trying to express to the audience how much Berk has changed in the 5 years, and they truly are living at complete peace with the dragons and Vikings, which is a huge story point. So really the difficulty was being able to do all of those things all at the same time and make sure it doesn't overwhelm the audience. Well, hopefully they'll take away. They can't wait till the third one comes. That's the first thing that I like. I think they'll be incredibly impacted because they'll be seeing these characters that they love, Hiccup and Toothless, going on a new adventure. But now the stakes are much more adult, are much more serious. And hopefully our audience has grown in the intervening years since our first one, and they'll come along for that ride. I think they're going to also be very surprised at what they see in this movie because there's some very bold storytelling, some very bold lighting, effects, much beyond what you typically see in an animated film. And hopefully they'll be surprised in a really, really good way.